Over the weekend, I saw trending on just about every mainstream media outlet the story of a so called Facebook whistleblower and how they were heroically exposing what Facebook would be up to. So when I saw this and I saw hashtag delete Facebook again trending, I thought maybe PV had released a new video. But it turns out this tight lipped individual, to me, seems like a fraud. Seems like a plant. Seems like a pro censorship shill that is getting promoted by mainstream media. I want people to be careful about, getting in, on this person's side because it's very questionable. So there were 9 horrifying facts from Facebook whistleblower's new 60 Minutes interview. Now, if this person was a whistleblower and they were really plugged in on everything, why are they doing an interview on 60 Minutes? You can see there's a lot of questionable things brought to the light by Jack Posobiec. Facebook quote whistleblower is clearly a left-wing activist for government censorship. You can see Facebook encourages hate speech for profit, says whistleblower. The whistleblower made numerous bombshell allegations on 60 Minutes. You can see this person here. Frances Haugen is an advocate for public oversight of social media. Public oversight means government oversight of social media. They've also put this. Frances says the intersection of product management and gender. Frances shares strategies for navigating the hidden pitfalls of product management and gender at GitHub Girl Geek Dinner on August 19th. So again, this person is like a pro censorship shill. Facebook whistleblower says she wanted to fix the company, not harm it. I don't exactly buy this. Public oversight. This feels like an op. And it's getting branded like she's some brave soldier, but what this is, it's mainstream media just attaching their already insane push for censorship to a private citizen because they think that will work. You can see even right now, it's still hashtag delete Facebook. Trending on Twitter. I don't know if I clicked on this last night, but like, I don't get it. Oh, it's mostly because Facebook and Instagram are down and WhatsApp are all down right now. You see here, this clip gives it away. Miss Haugen says she joined Facebook because she had lost a friend to conspiracy theories, and that Facebook's decision to recognize/disband their civic integrity, quote unquote, censorship unit where she worked resulted in everything that happened back in January the 6th. Are you joking? This is a total op, in my opinion. She's just parroting the normal mainstream media pro-censorship opinions. Don't be fooled by this. By the way, if you enjoy my coverage, please make sure you click that red subscribe button down below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on BitChute or Odyssey or Rumble, they all have subscribe features too. Support alt tech as much as reasonable, and I appreciate you watching wherever you're watching. I played the clip, but both times I tried playing this clip, it got claimed, but you can watch it for yourself. It's just another weirdo that says, oh, it was all coordinated attempt to overthrow the democracy. No, it wasn't. It was a bunch of people who got together and got out of hand. Just like the many Summer of Love events that were also not okay. But for whatever reason, the government didn't want to, try to stop that. You can see 60 Minutes decided that an earth-shattering scoop that they found a Facebook, quote, whistleblower who complains that Facebook is not censoring enough. That's what this is. And all of the same media outlets, Gizmodo, which is a left-leaning media outlet, Ars Technica, these places are all parroting like, bombshell, ooh, we got Zuckerberg, get Zuck. I really just care about the people. No, you're a shill. This is, in my opinion, fake news wrapped up as a whistleblower or advocacy or activism. This is truly shocking, and people are running with this. It's like, how many normies are out there? 9 horrifying facts from the Facebook whistleblower's new 60-minute interview. Why were they getting interviewed on 60 Minutes? They're part of the machine. Oh, wait a minute. She was promoting the exact same opinion that 60 Minutes has? Oh, what a coincidence. Last week, the Wall Street Journal published an internal research from Facebook showing that its social media site knows precisely how toxic its own product is for the people who use it. Duh, everybody knows that. But tonight we learned how the journal obtained these documents. A whistleblower named I Don't Care because she's a shill, who spoke with 60 Minutes about the ways Facebook is poisoning society. The 37-year-old whistleblower liberated tens of thousands of pages of documents from Facebook and even plans to testify to Congress at some point this week with the same far left pro-censorship talking points that we're already hearing from the very same people who are promoting this. Fundamentally, she claims there's a key conflict between what's good for Facebook and what's good for society at large. No kidding. Are you going to pretend that you didn't know that toxicity is what makes these platforms grow? It's not just Facebook, my child. It's Twitter. It's every single social media. For the overwhelming majority, it is toxicity that drives everything. It's the same reason that all these political ads are negative. You don't see a lot of positive political ads. But again, this is media being disingenuous, that they suddenly are shocked to hear this. Facebook's algorithm intentionally shows users things to make them angry, to make them interact. Now, anger is one thing that gets people to interact. So is like cat videos. She explained how Facebook's algorithm chooses content that's likely to make us angry because that causes the most engagement. Everybody already knew that. And user engagement is what Facebook turns in ad dollars. And again, everybody knew that. Its own research is showing that content that is hateful, that is divisive, that is polarizing, it's easier to inspire people to anger than it is to other emotions. Facebook has realized that if they change the algorithm to be safer, people will spend less time on the site, they'll click less ads, they'll make less money. Again, how is this different than what Vice does? You know the famous Vice meme, we paid a freelancer to say something you love is garbage because we can't defeat the Google search algorithm. It's literally no different than that. This whistleblower is simply an indictment against mainstream media as well. Look, you want to stop using Facebook? Go right ahead. I'm not going to die on that hill. It's, to me, it's how, people stay together or, stay in touch, but it also is negative. I think people spend entirely too much time on social media, and that includes YouTube, where you may be watching this video. I enjoy that you choose to spend your time with me during the day, and I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel. But I also am trying to grow in my content and try to be a little less divisive, or point out where I think something is just being divisive for that sake. Facebook dissolved its civic integrity unit after the election, which is what it was intended to do, right? It was intended to work to maintain the election's integrity. Once said election was over, there was no point for it to exist anymore. Like, they basically said, oh, good, we made it through the election. There were no riots. We can get rid of the civic integrity now. Fast forward a couple of months, and we got the insurrection. Anybody who calls it that, you can just assume is a crazy person. It wasn't an insurrection. It was a group of people that submitted itself to mob mentality and acted poorly. Okay? This was, even the FBI, from what I can remember, came out and said this was not some sort of grand plan. All right? So anyone who still uses that rhetoric is a religious ideologue. They are an actual person concerned with facts. Facebook only identifies a tiny fraction of the hate and misinformation on the platform. Again, the very same people who are constantly preaching about misinformation, I think it's good that we're worried about misinformation, okay? I really do. But I want you, next time somebody talks about misinformation, ask them what they define as that. Because in my experience, it's more often information they don't like than actual misinformation. 13.5% of teens say Instagram makes thoughts of hurting themselves worse, and 17% say it's making their eating disorders worse. Okay, so these are people in the age of where they still have parents. So listen, parents, get your kids off social media. I think that's the natural solution, right? Employees at Facebook aren't necessarily evil. They just have perverse incentives. Oh, okay. All right, I get it. Their incentives are to make money, not to police the content that people put. But that's not what this whistleblower wants. Take a look at who's propping up this whistleblower. Okay? And then ask yourself if you really think this person is interested in blowing the whistle on Facebook or just furthering the existing pro-censorship, anti-free speech that we're already hearing from the far left. You know, and ask yourself if you think this person is a plant, because in my opinion, this person is definitely just a political ideologue who wants more censorship, and everyone's pretending that there's some sort of bold, brave hero. They're no hero. If it's on CNN's front page like it is right now, that just speaks volumes as to whose side she's on. Probably good to leave it at that point. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you again real soon.